for Palestine! Freedom for Palestine! Justice for Palestine! Freedom for Palestine!
Gazze'de insani ateşkes talep eden son Birleşmiş Milletler oylamasında 10 ülke hayır dedi, 23 ülke çekimser kaldı. 153 ülke ise ateşkese evet dedi.
153 in favor, 10 against, 23 abstentions. Draft resolution has been adopted.
Pasifik Adalarından Mikronezya, Nauru ve Papua Yeni Gine İsrail lehine oy verdi. Marshall Adaları, Palau ve Tonga ise çekimser kaldı. Çoğu insanın bilmediği bu adaların isimlerini sadece Birleşmiş Milletler oylamalarında duyuyoruz. Bu ülkeler Birleşmiş Milletler oylamalarında yıllardır İsrail'e destek veriyor. Küresel siyasette herhangi bir ağırlıkları yok. İsrail'den on binlerce kilometre uzaktalar. Buna rağmen ülkelerin İsrail'e bu kadar kayıtsız destek vermesinin çeşitli sebepleri var.
Obviously they're not close geographically, these states, but they are kind of tied, a lot of, I guess, through their Christian populations, they're very tied emotionally to Israel and tied emotionally to the Holy Land. There's an idea that, I guess, part of, the revelations is that a Jewish state needs to exist for, I guess, the coming of the next Messiah, or, it's part of the ideas of from the Book of Revelations in the New Testament in the Bible. So it's seen as an important kind of spiritual aspect for Israel to exist.
Nüfusunun büyük kısmı Hristiyan olan Papua Yeni Gine, 2023 yılında Kudüs'te büyükelçilik açtı.
Papua New Guinea is one of just 5 countries, including the United States, to open an embassy in the city of Jerusalem.
İsrail'in konumu birçok Papua Yeni Gineli için dini öneme sahip.
For us to call ourselves Christian, paying respect to God will not be complete without recognizing that Jerusalem is the universal capital of the people and nation of Israel.
Bu ülkelerin İsrail'le köklü diplomatik ilişkileri bulunuyor. Örneğin 1987 yılında Marshall Adalarını tanıyan 4. ülkeydi İsrail. Ayrıca İsrail Konsolosluğu Marshall Adalarındaki 10 yabancı misyondan biri. İsrail, ada ülkelerine altyapı yatırımları için de destek sağlıyor.
So I think agriculture, desalination, these things, I think these are things that I guess the Pacific Islands are interested from Israel as well, like gaining those kind of skills that Israel has. These islands are tropical and very different from Israel, but I think in terms of especially in terms of the smaller islands that struggle to collect rainwater, the desalination plants are like very absolutely key.
Pasifik Adalarındaki Müslümanlar İsrail'e verilen destekten endişeli.
When we see the retaliation that's being taken against Palestine and how many thousands of innocent lives are suffering, and those are people that have nothing to do with the war. This innocent children, innocent women, innocent elderly. We have a duty to speak up for that, and in that sense, that's why I'm concerned with the Marshall Islands response.
Bu ülkeler İsrail için uluslararası arenada stratejik öneme sahip.
Chair, the unprecedented nature of the Commission of Inquiry and the disproportionate focus on the state of Israel clearly demonstrate an obsession, one that targets and singles out Israel and ignores entirely the instigation of Hamas and other terrorist groups and their role in the conflict. The anti-Semitism and anti-Israel bias expressed by members of the Commission are irresponsible and unacceptable. They run counter to the impartial and independent role expected of members of the Commission.
2022 yılında Mikronezya, İsrail'le ilgili oylamaların 14'ünde, Marshall Adaları ise 13'ünde İsrail lehine oy kullandı.
Yeah, so I think for Israel's perspective, obviously Pacific Islands are not powerful countries, but they all have a vote like everyone else has a vote at the UN, and there's quite a lot of them. So if you can get a lot of Pacific Islands on side, this is a good block of votes in the United Nations. So I think that's really Israel's strategy is just to try and shore up as many votes as it can in the United Nations.
İsrail'in katliamları adalarda küçük gruplar tarafından protesto ediliyor. Ancak ada yönetimlerinin İsrail'e verdiği desteğin kesileceğine dair henüz bir ipucu yok.